Good morning, everybody. Well, it is 27 degrees in Greensboro, North Carolina this morning after being 39 yesterday morning. And in the next couple of days, it's supposed to be 75 during the daytime. So that is typical North Carolina weather. But still waiting for the wintertime to set in. It's almost Christmas, actually. It's 6 days until Christmas. Hope we have a year like we usually have without any really bad weather or really cold weather. But I feel like that might not happen because of the fact we haven't had any really bad weather since 2010. So it's about time. Anyway, that's not what we're here for this morning. I want to talk about little Jahi McMath. I don't know whether you pronounce her name Jahi. It's Jahi. Her last name, McMath. She was a little 13-year-old girl who died after having a routine tonsillectomy. She's on life support right now. They say there's no brain activity, and they have declared her brain dead. This happened last Thursday. But after her tonsillectomy, she was having a tonsillectomy to help with her sleep apnea. Sleep apnea, you know, is where you stop breathing in your sleep. They said a tonsillectomy would, make her sleep apnea better. She was having weight issues. They said it would cause her to lose weight. And she was having a problem with something going on with her urination caused by tonsils. And they said that having a tonsillectomy would help cure all this, and that it would be for her benefit. She was apprehensive about the surgery. Her mother talked her into the surgery. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people is going to give her mother a lot of grief about that. Well, if you hadn't talked her into it. But any mother is going to try to soothe their child's fears and try to talk them into a tonsillectomy to help cure all these other ailments that's going on in their life. To try to make things better. They said she had her tonsillectomy on Thursday. After the tonsillectomy, she was alert, she was awake, and she was even asking for a popsicle before she was rushed into the intensive care unit. In the intensive care unit, she fell into a coma. There was a lot of blood, they said. They said they ended up pumping 2 pints of blood out of her stomach, 2 pints out of her lungs. Meanwhile, she's getting blood transfusions. They say in the back of the throat where the tonsillectomy is done, there's a lot of arteries. A doctor could have nicked an artery. I don't know what happened. She's still on life support. And when you're on a ventilator, the ventilator keeps your other bodily organs working. Hence, that's why it's called life support. But she has been declared 100% brain dead. There is no brain activity. The coroners were called anytime something like that happens. The coroner has to be called. The coroner came. The coroner observed Jahi. Did find that she was 100% brain dead. And usually at that point they say they take the body to determine the cause of death through autopsy. Or they release the body to the family members. Yeah, well, it can't be released and it can't be taken because it's still on life support, and the family refuses to take her off of life support. The coroners are saying that in order to get an accurate cause of death, they need to do the autopsy as soon as possible. As the doctors are saying too, that while the body is on life support, it heals. In other words, while she's being kept on life support, her throat is healing. Her brain will never heal, but her throat is healing. The coroners are saying that if her throat heals completely, then when they do the autopsy, because it's just a matter of time, they might miss something as to the cause of death. Whatever caused it may be healed over. So they would like to do the autopsy as soon as possible. The mother says no. The mother doesn't believe her daughter's dead. She just doesn't believe that. And she wants to give her daughter time and a chance to wake up. There's protesters in front of the hospital that are protesting and chanting, "Don't pull the plug, don't pull the plug." The doctors have backed off from continually asking the mother to take her off of life support. As a parent myself, some people can be so just unthoughtful in the comment section of these articles because they're saying, well, the child is brain dead. The mother should just go ahead and let them pull the plug so she can find out for sure what happened. And it doesn't work that way. This mother is in shock that she talked her daughter into having a tonsillectomy and her daughter died. And now this mother's not only grief-stricken, but she's guilt-ridden. She's in shock. She doesn't know what happened. And it's not selfishness talking when she says she doesn't want to take her daughter off of life support. That's a mother's love. That's hope. That's praying for some kind of divine intervention to come along, that maybe somebody will discover something today that can save a brain dead person and she can bring her daughter back. She makes sure that she's got her headset on every night. And she looks all the time for any signs of her coming back to life. Now, you and I know that's not going to happen. But you can't tell that to the parent of this child because that's her heart that's laying there, you know. And you know as a parent, you would probably, in that situation, do exactly the same thing. Now, I'm sure I would. It would take some time for me to say, okay, pull the plug. No, I want to wait for a little while. I want to see what's going on. I want a second opinion. Then I want a third opinion, you know. And all that is just hoping against hope that somebody is going to tell you something that you want to hear. But this little girl will eventually have to be pulled off of life support, her body taken, to see what happened. As they say, they're not sure if it was medical error or not. They point out that the family signs the papers, and you know everybody does when it's any kind of surgery. That will be explained to you that there's, 1 in so-and-so chance. I think this was 1 in 100,000 chance that's one, or no, it was every 1 in 100,000 die of a tonsillectomy. For no apparent reason, no doctor negligence. It's just something in their body shuts down because of something and they die. Anything can happen during surgery, they say. I remember when I had my heart cath after my second heart attack. And they did a heart cath. And before they did that heart cath, for those of you who don't know, it's where they run the camera and the tube up through your inner thigh and shoot dye into your heart. Now they can do it in your wrist, though. They can take it and just do it in your wrist instead of being invasive and doing it in your leg. But that's neither here nor there. When I had my heart cath done, I was told by my doctor that there was a 1 in 100 chance, which is 1%, but it sounds worse when you say 1 in 100 chance that I could have had a stroke. And that scared me to death. It almost scared me bad enough to just say, no, I don't want to do this. But I had it done, and I'm fine. But for this little girl's family, and some people say, oh, it's so sad here around the holidays. It's going to be sad at any time of the year. Any time of the year. And just, oh, her family will never enjoy Christmas again. Well, they're going to think about this little girl every day, not just at Christmas time. It's just so sad. But not sure now how long her mother will keep her on life support. Hopefully not too much longer. That's just so sad. Just hopefully she can get the second opinion and it will satisfy her and she will have a chance to say goodbye to her baby. That's just so sad. Anyway, so what do you think about this? Do you think that it was doctor error? Do you think that it was just a spoof? This is what I want to know. If it was just a spoof, how come she had 4 pints of blood pumped out of her? She was bleeding badly from back here. So, God bless Jahi McMath and her mother and the rest of the family. And until next time, bye-bye.